Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another video, and here in this review we have the Walmart exclusive Black Widow in the gray suit by Hasbro Marvel Legends series. So this is going to be hitting Walmart soon-ish, maybe? I think if you pre-ordered online, it's saying that about a mid-April release is when to expect it. It is a comic figure, so I don't know if it has an official street date or if that's just kind of the time window that Walmart is providing. Up in Canada, these have actually released. So Quinn, thank you so much for sending this out to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The packaging is awesome. I love the gray. It really looks great. It's packed with accessories, but check out the side artwork on this thing. How awesome does that look? It just pops with that gray packaging versus like what the black packaging would look like. It just looks amazing. I really like it. You can see the blast effect coming out of those the Black Widow stingers and things. So really cool thing. So it has the blast effect ones. You have the smoking ones. So just awesome stuff packed into this figure, and I'm really excited for it. We see the Black Widow logo there in the front. We got a Black Widow logo up at the top. The side artwork looking pretty awesome. There goes the Rider's Widow. Here is the back of the package, and we get a look at the figure. The bio reads, extensive training in the Red Room made Natasha Romanoff into a warrior with few peers. So if you need the UPC, you can check out my Instagram link in the video description below. Let's get right to it and open this figure up. And before we take a look at the figure, I just wanted to show you guys the insert in the package. This thing looks awesome. I love the detail that they put into it. Not all of them get something nice and fancy like this, but this one did, so I just had to show it off. It looks really great. Okay, and here is the Black Widow figure out of the package, and it is awesome. Lots of really cool things, but these accessories are freaking crazy. So first, we're actually going to take a look at the accessories, then we'll look at the figure, then we'll go over into the articulation, and then do a comparison with the previous comic Black Widow figures since kind of the Hasbro Infinite Wave, Infinite series, whenever that started. So the two new recent ones, there has been others in the past, but these are the only other comic book Black Widow figures that I have, so I'll be doing a comparison with these ones. But let's get right to those accessories. Okay, so let's start off with the accessories. We have this jetpack, and it's awesome. It comes in a gunmetal gray color. We get the old school shield logo right there painted on the front with the yellow and then the black bird shield logo on there. This just looks great. We get black straps that go on the front, so it doesn't peg into the figure or anything. You're gonna have to work the arms through that, so we'll take a look at how we do that later. And then we got some peg holes there because it comes with these two blast effects. Now it looks to be the same exact effects that we get with like the Iron Man repulsor effects. It just doesn't have that burst portion going there, and then they just pour it in there, and then you can have kind of the blasting off effect of the jetpack. That is awesome. I'm really glad that they did something like that. That's just really cool and really stands out. So that's kind of the new thing, this accessory here. Amongst other new things, we also get one additional set of interchangeable hands. So the figure out of the package comes with fists. Then we get these open hands, same hands that we see basically with every female figure that Hasbro gives us. So the hands are nothing new, but of course necessary. These are really cool. So these are the Black Widow stingers that she goes around her wrists. So the figure already has some gold ones on there. And then we get these additional interchangeable ones, if I can get it to focus. So these have the blast effect. So what's really interesting about these is the effect piece is the color of the entire plastic, and then they just painted gold around the wrist portion. So we get some nice translucent orange right there for the blast effect. It's a little light, but it's there. It's effective. No bullet or anything like that with what Mezco does, but really cool. So I'll be showing you guys that on the figure a little bit later. You're just going to pop the hand off and then put this over the wrist. Really cool. And then we get two of those. This other one is kind of the same thing. It just has this smoking effect actually coming from it. So just a little bit of translucent rubber plastic that's on there. And again, the same thing. The whole thing is in that same plastic, and then it's just painted gold around there, and that just looks really, really cool. What an awesome idea. And it's sculpted nicely too, because you can actually see the little space there. So really nicely done. Again, we get two of those. So, and I'll show you guys how you put those onto the figure a little bit later. And looks to be like, yes, they are different ones. They are not the same. So they are similar, but they are not the same. So you definitely have two different ones for the left and right, whereas these blast effects are the same. So now let's check out the figure. Here we go. Okay, here's an up-close look at the new Black Widow figure, and the head sculpt looks fantastic. Got the curl down hair that covers up one eye. You can kind of move the hair so you can see the eye, and it's painted nicely. There's no problems. It's all very clean. She's got kind of a lighter red lipstick on her lower lips, and then kind of surrounding it is a darker red. It comes off looking really nice. So it just looks fantastic. Now, I know we have the Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey that's coming, and I always wondered, you know, did they use the same head? It is a separate hairpiece over the head sculpt, so it could be the same head sculpt. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to wait and see when that Jean Grey figure comes in, if it's the same. I have no idea. It's just something that kind of struck out to me. I was just curious, and I haven't taken a good enough look picture at the official promo images to see, but something I'm curious about. This collar piece is new. I don't recall seeing that on any previous figure, so this upper torso is probably a new piece, but it's done in a very soft rubber material, so it's not too hard or anything like that, so you can kind of move it. It's not really going to get in the way of anything. The jacket we've seen used multiple times with Rogue, with Dazzler. Same thing, we get a black circle red inside with a black A for Avengers in there, so that looks really good. The gray suit looks really good, but there's no paint throughout. We get this Black Widow there, and it's hard to see, but we do get the little red diamond there on the spider. And then another thing is actually on the back of the figure, and the jacket really gets in the way with this, so you just kind of have to, you know, look at the back of the figure, but you see that spider logo there, and it's done on the lower portion of the torso and not the upper portion, so you can actually see, if I can get some light shining in there, it goes into the piece where that upper diaphragm joint comes in. You can see it actually goes into there. So as you're crunching down, you get actually a full look at the spider there. Now in the comics, I tried to look up some images to see her wearing the jacket. Now this is from her Uncanny X-Men appearance. I think it was issue 258 or 268. I might be getting that wrong. But even on the cover, she's wearing the gray suit. You know, she has like the different weapon pieces, like the stinger that actually has the blaster. So she uses that in the comic. I don't know if she's using the jacket, so that's kind of what's throwing me off a little bit. But the figure would be super plain without the jacket. We get a new belt, so it's not the same belt that we saw with like the Vintage Wave Black Widow. It's all yellow pouches all the way around. No paint on it whatsoever. We get the Black Widow stingers. These are loose pieces there, and they're just painted in gold. Nothing special going on with them, but they look good. And then again, the rest of the figure is gray. So it does look awesome. Now let's see her articulation. Okay, so for Black Widow's articulation, she can look all the way down naturally, so she can look up quite a bit, but you can see there's all kinds of gap with that neck and the ball peg, and it's very noticeable, but she can look up a little bit, so that works out. You get some head pivot going on in there, and then of course you get a full rotation of the head. You can get the shoulders to go up that high. Full rotation, of course. You only get a swivel at the elbow, and of course single elbow, which gives you right at 90 degrees, so not a whole lot to be expected there with the female figures. Diaphragm joint, so you can get her to pivot to the side that much, pivot to the other side that much, and it's actually really easy range of motion going on with this, so that works out great. Oh, there's a great way to see that spider logo there if you just turn the whole diaphragm around. But it works out well, but you're not going to get a whole lot of crunch going forward, but you get a lot going back, and then too much so because you see the gap right there in the torso. No waist swivel, of course. Again, female figure, legs only go that far apart, so that's pretty lacking there. She can kick forward all the way up, goes back a little bit. There is the upper thigh cut there. Mine's a little stiff. Double jointed knee, which works out well. No boot swivel or anything like that, but foot hinges all the way down, hinges up a little bit, and then you do get ankle pivot with peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So decent articulation. It's something that we see with all the female figures because it's basically the same body we see over and over and over again. That will be changing, as Hasbro did announce at Toy Fair that they have a new body that's going to be coming because everyone's biggest complaint is how gummy these knees are. So they're going to have the new ones, and I believe there won't be the visible pins on the knees and the elbows and such going forward. So can't wait to see some of those come up. Now let's see some of these accessories at work. Okay, so we'll see how we switch some of these out. You just pop the hand off like so, then you can pull that stinger off there, and then you can use the blast effect stinger. It's a little warped, so you kind of have to work it on to that wrist peg, and then you can get the hand, port the hand back in or lose it like I just did. I have no idea where it went, so let's get the open hand. going on there, and then you can do the blast effect like so. And that looks really good. Now we switch the other one. We'll do it on the other hand. How about that? Probably gonna lose it as well. This one's a little bit more difficult to come off. You gotta pry that one off, and then we have like the smoke effect there. So we'll just put that on over the wrist peg. Pop the hand right back in there. And so this one could be like she already blasted it off, and now it's just steaming and you have the smoke coming from it. So that is really cool. Now let's see about that jetpack. Just to kind of get an outside view of how those wrist pieces look on there. Those just look fantastic. I really like the way they came out looking. Okay, so I don't know if I need to show you this whole thing on camera, and I did it off camera just to make sure I could get it, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. So when putting on the backpack, you kind of have to get the arms, you know, to go a certain way. Make sure you kind of get them in there. Now the good thing is the straps, the plastic of the straps is pliable enough that you can kind of stretch it a little bit to kind of really work it, because it's kind of, you know, the limited arm movement makes it kind of a pain in the ass. Well, I guess it went a little bit quicker than the first time of going around. You know, I think I really kind of stretched out the plastic. So you can get the booster pack, the jet booster pack on like so, and it sits right there, and that works out really well, and it's nice. It doesn't look too bulky when looking at it from the front. Looking at it from the back, it doesn't look too bulky either, and then we can add in the repulsor blast effects here as if she's kind of taken off, right? She's shooting up, or jet boosting up, shooting up. That sounds bad, doesn't it? So that works out really well. I really like the way that came out looking. That is an awesome accessory. So, you know, did we need so many Black Widow figures in such a short amount of time? Probably not. But the accessories of this one and then the Target exclusive one are just going to be amazing. Dan Hu did his review today on the Deadly Origins Target exclusive Black Widow. So lots of cool accessories in that one as well. This one too. So, you know, this might be one of those ones where you pick it up just to get all these accessories. Plus, the figure looks really good too. That is an awesome piece. Now let's see the comparison of the three different Widows. Okay, and looking at the three different Black Widows, this new Walmart exclusive one is by far the best one of these three. You know, we get that direct from comic look to it, whereas the vintage one, you know, yes, it has the comic look, but it's pretty generic. All black figure with a little bit of gold accessories, the stingers, and then the belt with the reused Mary Jane head on there. Pretty lazy on Hasbro's part. You know, we tend to see that with the vintage retro stuff, so it wasn't really a surprise. Whereas the Black Widow Riders one was pretty awesome because we got a lot of new pieces with this, and it gives us a different look, but it's just a little lacking. And then this one, we get all kinds of great detail and accessories. It's just really fantastic. A couple of head swaps that you guys might want to see. So I'm going to pop this head off, even though with this look specifically, that's the hairstyle that she had. But let's see if we can do some of these head swaps, because I know all you guys like head swaps that I don't ever seem to do. So that fits on there, but then it sits real low, and then the collar kind of gets in the way. It works. It's not terrible. Just not the look that I prefer. I really prefer the way the head sculpt that actually comes with it. Now let's pop this Mary Jane head off of that Black Widow. Let's put this new one on there. And that could work, but then it looks like it sits a little high on there. It sits very high, so then that's only going to be the only problem with this one here. But you could do something like that. And now, just to try everything, let's pop that head off. And let's see if this Mary Jane head... Well, that's unfortunate. That's not going to work because I have the Jetpack still on there. But let's see if it fits onto the ball peg at least. It'll sit really low. The collar will get in the way, so that's not really going to work with this Mary Jane head. I think it looks perfect with this head. It doesn't need to be switched around at all. Okay, and there is my review. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this figure. Did you pre-order it from Walmart? I'll also include a link in the video description below. You guys let me know, are you picking it up? Are you going to wait and see it? Are your Walmarts even good to get exclusives? Mine are terrible, so that's why, you know, Quinn helping me out is really appreciated, because the 2 Walmarts in town I know will not get this figure. So now I don't have to stress about it. So again, Quinn, thank you so much. If you guys like the video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so somewhere down here, notification bell, and as always, thank you guys for watching.